rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late when apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of blame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down with suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Over kneels too late when the caps get pills. Don't believe in TC type. But when hits close to home, you gotta act the bone. But it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red of my vision through sight. It's killing big kills whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
It was all so simple.
Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the run and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra, core and heel, pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land up all foreign and alien entities I decree this morning. Send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, wherever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math. A humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quarrels. Establish Big Ma house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grips of their cash. Sad cat, watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo sprung menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies I fry. Nuclear chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next pop to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drops.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? You fuck out of here.
Let me get something with some feel to it, some funk to it. Come on. I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean, Caribbean. Yeah. Yes, what it is. Bounce to this. I'm just a black man, title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And would you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat? You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat, intoxicated to the point past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back and have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not them idle cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps, meant for the wise as well as the spoiled brats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terrible habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this, man. I can't carry my boys at chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, we need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you gonna work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? No. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword and I'm picking you out. You try to stop me and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis. And I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near to you. Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew. Heavily into the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week. Intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So do the knowledge, that means hold your head. Let the past stay dead and keep a level head. And don't be misled. Remember most of what I said. I'm hot like times in a rock, but you got us hot from working on your block.
By the end of the night, how deep this music is. What does it profit the man to gain the world and lose your soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose your soul?
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demand it. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media planned it. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more times in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on dicks. Straight legit. The fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs don't make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What does it profit?
Ancient Chinese secret now. Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class? Partner, wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up. Yes, sir. Partner, wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun, nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Real shit. Yo, you been getting in the way and let you knock you down. Yes, but we gon' bring the light, yeah. A Max V production, baby. You know
There's a lone wolf, the Illusions, TRU HERU, Max V.
I'm known to tell you to fight back.
What's going on, beloveds? Benji, what's going on, beloveds? What's happening? What's happening?
Simply give back when they know us.
Couple more minutes, set it off, you know. Listen, man, listen.
I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top, and conscious is the tone. On the CDs I drop, I won't flip flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I bust your ass. See, we first class did it, worse than slaves of the earlier days, and we adapted the ways of the slave master. I stand upon it, the very rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine, hopefully to change yours, to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh.
Is there love out there? Is anybody there? Is there love out there?
It's like we died inside, no longer having pride. We're still for rides, a new skill to hide. And like the red tide, go and get our heads dyed. Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside. Sleep the circumstance, though our eyes open wide. Fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried. Like your man on death row when his relatives cried. It's death a mistake because somebody lied. And we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Convicted on the statement implied with no proof. Now will the warden cry that he killed another youth? I truly doubt it, that's why we stay in the booth. Just cause it ain't enough, we should demand and show proof. And if they overlook our voices, then we raise the roof. Which one of y'all do?
Pretty much, hey, what's cracking? What's going on, everybody? That's pretty much it anyway. Excuse me. So somebody had shared a video. This lady I know, I'm not gonna say her name because she's a model and she travels and she's about the bag, blah blah blah. She comes by and she checks my lives every once in a while. And she was like, I was driving, I was interviewed, I-80. I was like, I know about the fire, I know about the truck going off the thing, and that's like January. Excuse me, guys. And she's like, she didn't know if I had, seen the video. But I said, no, I don't look at interviews. I don't look at the news. I didn't know they interviewed you because I saw your little video because that was the one that was up on the news. And as far as like if you Google stuff like fires, roadway, bridge, because I kept telling people when they started cutting railroad tracks last year, right, in the beginning of the year, right, and I had shared the video of the two agents, literally what would look like a concrete saw cutting railroad irons that were later a train would derail, and the fact that there were kids who have mentioned this. I'm not throwing anything out there to, create collusion, have collusion with all the goofy stuff that's going on. Okay. Why is this doing this? All right, there we go. What is going on with my Gmail not updating between my this and this? They must be doing some weird stuff, y'all. Hold on, let me see something right quick. Because I don't want to have to log out Google and then log back in, because Google's a goofy platform, y'all. The stuff they've done with it. Okay? No, seriously, it is. The stuff they've done with it. It's telling me to sign in. Oh no, I know the password and everything. What I'm saying is, this is some real dumb shit. Oh, they are really, really fucking nosy, bro. They want, excuse me, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. They're trying to make a distinction between my college and my separate Gmail and Gmail Plus. Let me put this in right quick. My apologies, y'all. I'm signed in, you fucking monkeys. There is something really wrong, and this is what happens when you have individuals out here messing with stuff, okay? All right. Let me pull it back up. Now, all of a sudden, all my stuff is coming in. They had signed me out of my account. I love it. Oh, spell held up. Isn't that something beautiful? They had signed me out. Oh, the little faggots. All right. Anyway, I'm signed back in now. Now I'm getting updates. Okay. I know. It is what it is. No, we don't save to drive. Okay, we'll come back, take care of that. So let me see if it's back up. My apologies again, but not how you think. All right. Information, history, and pull that up. Holy smack. Verizon Wireless. You know I do everything live, so it is what it is. Man, when they go in, they go in, don't they, y'all? Anyway, so she went ahead and shared it to me again. So I went ahead and looked at it. And I looked at it again, and I said to her again, I says, hey, look, I mean, there's stuff that's not even put on the news that's happening. You look at the Chinese guy who blew his house up with all the cops, the feds going there. What were they going there? Who was he? Who remembers me talking about in this book right here? Now there is another one coming out, and I think I'm gonna look and see if I can order. If I can order, I'll order today. Lamone's Jr., thank you for the donation, beloved. Appreciate it, beloved. So who remembers in, I don't know if it was the Iron Republic or no, it was actually Terra Infinita or the Lands of Mars. As far as William Morrison's daughter, who actually broached upon, I was going to look it up and says, I've read it like 12 times. Broached upon like when certain people come here and they come to wake people up, it's a very hard job to see or acquiesce who, because the enemy knows how to play that role too, so that they will come to them and believe that they're seeking, further knowledge to be saved, and then they'll take them, and there's no telling what happens to them. So in religious dichotomy here, you believe that blowing yourself up, is now I'm not gonna say yes it is or isn't, because suicide is the last thing you want to do. But when it's something bigger than you can understand goes down, and there are those who know a lot and they've been communicating but betrayed at the same time. Because you gotta remember, the guy came to the door and they said, like, come out with your hands up. He knew where he would probably be going and who he may be dealing with or what. He went back in there and blew the house up. That is not the only time. I'm not here on that kind of thing, and I don't have to blow nothing up. It's very simple, but it's different, whole different thing. Like I said, I'm here to let people know that it's the end, and at the end they have directions, because we have, as you see, I put life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the rich, and a tragedy for the poor. That's a quote. And of course, it's Shalom Aleichem. So it's by an author who was of Islamic faith, or if you get what I'm coming from. And that in itself, I would love for y'all to screenshot that if they're not putting up one of them goofy screenshots, because that's what they do. They're prosperous in stupidity and foolery, which has nothing to do with dark humor, which there's no such thing as dark humor. It's just the morbidity, it's a sociopath derivative. That's all dark humor is. It is nothing. It is absolutely the punkish way of rolling with things. But anywho, when you see life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, you gotta really think about those words. You gotta really acquiesce what is being said. And then when you think about how a comedy for the rich, it's funny to them. You know what I'm saying? And the worst part of it is the poor. What does it mean by a tragedy for the poor? What does it mean by a tragedy for the poor? Those who are poor in knowledge, who have been lied to, subjugated, betrayed. You look at P. Diddy, right? He looks like a goddamn alien, right? For those who use the term alien. We don't use that, but is he really running, or is he playing a role? Because it's obvious that all the people you're still looking at in the media and everything else were part of that. Where this TD Jakes, that some of these sisters still popping up for spiritual. I'm not saying shoot the message. All right, shoot down the message. But the messenger, sometimes you got to let go of the message, because the message can be misleading depending on where it comes from. We have a lot of sisters right now. Me, I have this way about me. Now, everybody knows I love me my snoo. That's my girl. But I know that some babies need to be had. And I know good genes. But we have some sisters who are growing up in Chicago, St. Louis, all these different places, LA, this, that, and other. It's not about whether they're beautiful or not. It's about good genes. But their mentality is so fucked up. And in this indigenous community, you have it too. I go and shave up, put on a suit. I look every part of this unspiritual physical world of dilapidation and fuckery. Most people know me from school. I was a well-dresser. I had the sharp clothes, the creases. As a B-boy, we color coordinated when all the Jamaican Haitians around us running around looking like goddamn box of crayon color splats and spots. That's not throwing shades. It's reality in the 70s and 80s. And we were always like sharp. We would paint stuff like all my Adidas, my Pumas, it was different colors. So I painted my stuff. Well, I dyed and stuff like that. So it still had the same textures. Did graffiti on the side of my pants legs. Everything stood out because we was always sharp. I had the English mock neck, you know, the golf shirts and all this and other. The Kango busted fat or however the Dutchman. And you couldn't tell me weren't rocking the laces or gazelles. You couldn't say nothing. You know, slim, muscular built, you know what I'm saying? That's material. That's the phonetics of a lost time. Me, I'm talking about jeans. Do jeans wear a suit? A pair of shoes? Do they wear a Levi's print with graffiti or acrylic painting? I mean, what is it? Balenciaga, big goofy looking shoes on small ass monkey's feet? I'm not saying stop. All I'm alluding to, as I stated, it's a tragedy for the poor. The poor. And most of our women and men in this so-called community, it shouldn't be a community. But that's what these monkeys are making it, who get these little followings who are not teachers or nothing. They're doing things because any of y'all can do anything anybody's doing. But when you realize that, then you start to realize that they have not steeped themselves, even though they talk big game, in the traditions of our ancient ways. Otherwise, they'd free themselves from this encapsulated servitude of slavery. I would say 90% of the people in the so-called, well, now they're starting to use the word autochthonous, okay? I pronounce it and spell it different. But the majority are running around calling indigenous and aboriginal, and it's all about the games that the enemy made. Change your status, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. Now, I gave paperwork on how to do it from our brother Ninth Son, okay? I don't have to change nothing. I don't recognize nothing. But because you refuse to come together, it shows that y'all are still putting on lazy suits. You're still popping butterfly collars, elevator shoes. You're going down the stairs like Pimp Daddy with fish bowls on your feet, thinking you shining and sharp. As if it's 1968. Nigga, you in the year 8,000 millennia to the next it's still Rumpelstiltskin explicit. What are you doing? Y'all's mental is gone, man. I'm about puzzle pieces, right? And whenever I profess something to be a fact, you got to remember it's a fact in my opinion. Now, people would be on it and lean on that. No, I'm always saying research it anyway. Most of the time I give some kind of reference or source of information, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's up to the individual to find it. But, you know, you have very selfish, diabolical, greedy, egotistical, and that's mostly in the women. Men aren't so egotistical. Sports, very traditional as far as the narrative painted right now. Women, you got a lot of ego. And that's why we don't need you to be all, and I'm not going in. This is, my thing is to bring y'all back together and realize there's no one above each other. We're equals, regardless of this so-called what we have. We're sentient, and the female plays a role strictly for her role, and the enemy wants to undo that, and you have a lot of dumb niggas and nigresses, right, who don't know no better, because you know where they were raised at. Oh, Chicago, they got all them fine women running around talking about they lesbians. Because you know what? It's not just the chemicals. It's because you got dumb little boys playing gay and playing daddy at the same time who don't know how to be a man because of what the system has done to the fathers. Okay? The struggle of taking away from us, implementing something structurally that you would think is sound, sending them to war, bringing them back, and then making them want to rob, steal, thieve, and even kill one another so they can be on top when those get a few that the government actually, Rick Ross, he's not the only one. Okay? Then what happens in that? Some daddies are still in prison. And their children have become fathers themselves who abuse their women, don't know how to have a relationship with the female, have slept with other men or she's. I read the stuff. I'm a sociology major, and I don't go to college for it. I study on my own. Not only have to study, I know what I'm looking at, what I see in my writings and everything. And so you have these women running around thinking they're badasses, especially coming out of Philly, Chicago, goddamn LA. Y'all motherfuckers, and Louisiana, y'all is the dumbest motherfucking women I've ever seen in my life. Supposed to be the most powerful and represent the greatest of clans. And y'all run around fragmenting a broken bastion of individuals. I'll tell you to your face too. Care about your emotional unstables. We need the women to be less emotional than the men. We need the men to be stand up and to have direction of focus for fight, for protection. We need the energy protected. But the energy's all over the place. And look, I sit there, I thought I had a couple of good sisters, man. I was like, man, they good. 40, 50, have babies that would be incredible with all that memory. And not having jabbed up, they remember other things that you and I don't, well, you don't remember. And those babies would be powerful. But no, everything's about the system. You got enough to take care of them. I could take care of about 30 fucking children. See, I'm old school. I've been through it, been there, was around it, grabbed it in. It's got to work. And women have to learn how to be sisters again and not realize that the system that they're under is not theirs. Because if you start to realize and you start to see the things as they were, if you think about going back to the old days, the truth, you want to talk about all them Hebrews and how many women, and when they couldn't, the women go out and go, how about my cousin or my sister? Or how about the slave? She can have children and you have 20 children. See, this is where y'all get caught complicated in the fake ass narrative of the fake ass Gujars and the fake Vatican and the fake kings and queens and all of them. You are still under their principalities. You will not rise above the occasion because you're sick. Sex, I can go out and have sex anytime I want. I choose not to. Do you know that people say, "Oh, Red, man, you be out there doing your thing. The girls be asking me who's you is." And the first thing they say, but you know what I tell them? He won't want to be with you. See, I choose the women. But the problem is the women don't know how to make proper choices because the women are confounded. And right now you can see them in their little groups and everything else, and they find off with a little gay guy or girl, girl, whatever, and they just confliction. They're too morbid. They haven't stepped above the chalice. Why am I saying that? You see what's going on. What was Margaret saying is, I'm going to get back into reading that because it's going to get deep. What was her main objective and why? The goddamn land. But the problem is what they forget, these motherfuckers. That's why they're terraforming it. That's why I said there's other things here. We create oxygen too, you stupid motherfuckers. Nobody else does. We do. We create fucking oxygen. All that cancer, all that shit is man fucking made. All these diseases, pox and everything is made by these motherfuckers. I'm the only one that expressed to you how many years ago, and those who remember in high school saying, oh, the Black Plague, that was created in Ohio. That was used during World War I. Spanish, yeah, the Spanish, duh. Motherfuckers now starting to realize, oh, goddamn, what? And nobody's sitting there going, well, you know, I don't want you to say Red said it. I'm saying, you motherfucker, I was reading it in fucking books. Malcolm was in line. My grandpa used to say, baby boy, you always in them books. So you're going to see a lot of things, so be careful. I told y'all, what, a couple of years ago in here, when I first came back on, I said, where's the patent at? Fake ass Ohio. I had a motherfucker yesterday say, where you from? I said, right here. And I says, look, I don't recognize time. I don't recognize seasons. I don't recognize fucking states. I don't recognize none of that shit. I said, it's a dilemma. Most people are caught up in it because of separation, because of dumbass light skins. They said, what do you mean light skins? Oh, I don't call you white. You're light skinned. I said, mid to late 1800s, early 1900s, you were called crackers because of your light complexion. But you're light skinned. No, I'm not. I'm melanated. You take brass or copper. How many different colors before even going green or purple? How many exist? He looked at me like, God damn. He said, even up to black. I says, it's funny how y'all so smart and you don't know these things. But I said, well, hey, who created the light? I said, who created these shells and for what purpose back then in the beauty salons and the barber shops? He looked at me like, God damn. See, a lot of you, everybody want to run around like they know everything, and you don't know shit, and there ain't a whole lot to know. And you're not going to make it. You know why? Because y'all motherfuckers try to hold on to shit that don't have no hold on you because it don't recognize you. You can't free yourself from a fake ass grip and move in the direction and the way you need to. Now, the brothers who have visited me, they will sit here and tell you whatever they need to tell you, but you motherfuckers don't even know how to ask them. You don't have to say, man, what do you think of red? What is it? I know they know. I ain't telling them everything. Far from it. But you motherfuckers think you know everything. Let me see if I can pull up the brother where that quote came from. It's only one of my books, and I love it. And I'm gonna see if I can Google it because I was actually pulling up. Logan Parcel Smith, eat with the rich, but go to the play with the poor who are capable of joy. See, so we can put a lid on this P. Diddy and all these motherfuckers. They're nobody. What did I say about the Walk of Fame, the stars, right? They're beneath you, and you don't even know it because you've had the worst of the worst who put you in a situation, put them in a pedestal to make you think that that fake rich is the world of rich. That's why you got motherfuckers in Mexico killing each other, drugs for money to live a certain way, while everybody's squalling and doing hits for fiat that's worthless. To have what belongs to you already? That's why I don't have no respect for all these gangs and shit. But I have nothing bad to say about them because I know the predicament and the position, but I also know what's going to happen to them. Okay? So Logan Parcel Smith, it's a famous quote, eat with the rich, but go to the, so you learn, eat with the rich means so you know what the fuck they're up to, but you don't even know how to pay attention. You don't know how to see through the fucking smoke cloud and all the bullshit, but play with the poor. The wisest information will come from those who have subverted and struggled. That's why they're putting out these strong drugs to kill them off, so you cannot get nothing before the time is up. And then who are capable of joy? You have forgotten what the fuck joy is. Trust me, I know. I see it on a regular. But if life is a dream for the wise, a dream for the wise, I don't have to look up what dream is for you, do I? Does anybody need me to look up what dream actually literally means? Yes. Go ahead. We're going to use it as a synonym or a homonym. Let's go ahead and use it as a synonym. I hate that word. You know what I'm talking about. We don't need that. So stupid. So if we look at it, if we address it as a noun, as a word specific how, right? We'll say a series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. I had a reoccurring dream, blah, 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 about falling from great heights. Were you really falling? Or was it a time of destruction? Were you in another realm as existing as another individual? So a dream is a sensation based upon thought and images, but that takes away from what it actually is. So experience dreams during sleep, right? Indulge in daydreams or fantasies. That means to dream walk. That means you have control. That means even when you leave your body, right? You're in tune. You're in touch. See, that's deep breakdown. That means you have not been given the responsibility, been nurtured to have that control, but yet the control exists in you. So life is a dream for the wise. That means they take upon it themselves and they control the dream. Can the unwise do that? But who's to say a rich man is wise compared to a poor man? Pay attention and stick with me now. A game for the fool, though it is. Only a fool would venture off away from order. Are we not in order right now? All order is always established. But again, life is a dream for the wise and a game for the fool. So a lot of you are fools because you're playing a fucking game. You have people who are arguing in their head and their mentality and stick by what they're saying without venturing out and looking and saying, wait a minute. I know I'm right about what I'm doing, but is it practical? Is it practical upon what's going on? If you want to fight against the machine, why do you still use their machines? So who is wise if they're not dreaming, but only subjugating themselves to the game that's been a dolly for the fool? So again, life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the fucking rich because they're watching you act as if you're wise, playing the game that keeps showing that you're a fucking fool. And it's a tragedy for the poor because they don't get to speak to you. You don't get to know the truth to get your ass out of that fake dream that keeps you stuck in that game for the fool because the rich keep laughing at you, dumbass. So the poor can share their riches. I'm tired of breaking shit down. Shalom alaikum. Yo, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Hey, who was that? Benji, what's going on, beloved? Yo, that just popped up. Nicholas Dixon. What's going on, beloveds? What's happening? There go my baby girl. Snow, what's up, my love? Hey, baby. Herbo. You know, we're waiting for an old New Yorker who's a real country boy to get his ass on over this way. Well, we need a strong cat with a good heart, man, before they take that from you. Because, you know, a lot of people in New York starting to die from heart attacks mysteriously. And Chicago, just to let y'all know, and Philly, just dropping. All right, Tarek, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? Don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, scared. Max V, got you, beloved. Chim Chukma, what's going on, Dakwanatini? What's happening? All right, Nafki, it's good to see you. Some people say, what's that? Joko Jofa. Remember I said family, just like Dakwanatini, just like Sid and Ellie. It's all family. It's composure of our linguistics. Well, so anyway, today's going to be a good read. I can't wait to get back in exposing exposition and everything. And the heaven birds, you know, that right there has got me like, and there's some people going, man, that one's got me flabbergasted. And I'm like, good, it's got you flabbergasted. Appreciate it. Let me make sure I said the name right before I say a few more things. Yeah, Lamone's Jr. Yeah, Lamone Jr. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate that, man. So like I said, when I get off of here, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and order a couple of books, a few books. Nobody, not really a lot of people donated, but few within the last week or two. So it is what it is, and I appreciate it. We'll play a little bit of music, let y'all chat a little bit, think about what I said. Okay. I hope it made sense to you. If it didn't make sense, I can dig it. There's some people who are going to fight it because they can't let go. You know, wise, fool, rich, poor. You know what I'm saying? It's a long walk, and we need our systems to snap up out of it. We need our sisters to be the system of purity, so the men can have a base and a foundation. Most men don't have a base and foundation. Yes, the chemicals have taken a toll. And the poisoning and everything else, the blocking of the sun, it's not without knowledge or knowing. The problem is, imagine if y'all would have came together in all those times. Imagine 5 million of you standing on a hillside. You're not the dreamers no more. You're like bricks with no mortar, attempting to hold each other up. Are y'all afraid to see what you're capable of? Didn't I say let fear fear itself? Oh, we're going to play this again because I like it a lot.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking, it's only...
I really want to know, man. You know, I'm not here to tell you what to do. So if you take it personal, that means that I control the narrative. I rent space. I'm not here to rent space in nobody's head. I would love to see y'all think for yourselves. But if you want to stick to whatever little gun you're sticking to, then stick to it. If you can see beyond that, and you realize there's something maybe a little different, then maybe you can start turning it around, all right, and walk into another paradigm. Charles Johnson, what's up, beloved? This weekend coming up, I really need to get rid of a lot of this stuff. And so, you know, even for me, right? I'm gonna share something with y'all. I look at this stuff, and the first thought that comes in my head, well, it's not my first. No, the first one is get it going. The second thought is the one that takes principle. What's controlling that narrative? Like, am I gonna miss this stuff? Listen to me. When you don't have it, what is there to miss? And if you lament on something that was there that's gone, who's to say that you need it back if you don't want to walk without it? Most of you are so convoluted, so in collusion with your own demise. They've already pointed to these things being weapons. I got brothers who have Faraday bags because they know the importance and the destruction that these things, the radiation and everything they emit. I've been sharing it with you for a while. I even says go and pull this thing up and look at it for yourself and read your own EMF around you. And every time you turn around, for those who pay attention, you'll see what a 5 is actually 6 or 7G, and they're increasing it slowly. What did I say about a frog in a cauldron and stoking the fire? The frog gets comfortable. Why? And before you know it, you're filleting on the dissection table, or you're partaking in its legs. Don't ever come with great expectations. Listen to the brothers who have come here. You walk in with an open mind. There ain't no playing basketball nude and all that old gay No, we get it locked down. The problem is the sisters used to be the ones. It take Islam and Christianity to get y'all to go in the house of God. When you're for year gods and you've forgotten that. You worried about who wants to put a dick up in you or something? That shows you're weak. It doesn't work that way. Because all the ones who are running around doing what they're doing, I've already heard from Tribe Biz and everybody else how the women act, those women. And yet y'all follow them unbindingly. But here is different. Get out, learn how to meditate, how to stretch, how to do some things. Enjoy some different kind of food. Take it upon yourself to breathe for once. If a relationship happens, that's your goddamn business and your birthright. The problem is you're still holding on to a fake world. Do I have to read it to you again? Do I have to read it to you again? No, I'll play a slave.
Seeing it, I feel like I'm a slave, maybe slave, you know, man. Made a serious mistake.
We had to deal with all this.
Yeah, it sounds like a winner right there.
All the destruction.
A slave to the system.
All the thievery. All the liars. The betrayal. The beautiful harmonic balance. And the continued goddamn lies while they're training individuals. And you think that you're supposed to just stand there and take it in ignorance because a few others would lead you that way who are traitorous?
You can place it here, no time for pity.
Why does it have to be discovered when we already knew?
We got a call to take. Keep it square and watch it.
But when people tell you something, you don't want to listen. You want to sit there on those fake ass laurels? Huh? More liberty means less government, motherfuckers. You want to dream? You want to dream? Or you want to stay in that dark place of lies, that abyss of nothing? Or do you want to find it again? Y'all ain't ready, man. Y'all ain't ready. I shared this device years ago. See that device right there? Do you know what it is? Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is right there? I even go to read as far as to read cult crap that I don't have to read, just so I can give you a better interpretation and breakdown. But no, you still listening to things running around playing you because it's fun. You don't understand. It is fun for them. It is fun for them. You cannot grasp it. I smell them. I see them. And if they were smart, they stay in their fucking lane. But they're not.
I want to see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free. I may not be rich. I want to see my folk free. A slave to the system.
You know, there was a time when y'all were not emotional. Not at all. Not all feelings. Good feelings. There's a difference. Ones that are beneficial for direction, focus. Not, you ever see them videos where the guy's in the back room cheating on the wife with a girl, and she comes in the house and then she's swinging a pipe in a pot? If she wasn't that way, she would never, first of all, if they weren't that way, it would never happen. She would have had about 6, 7 sisters. He'd have been too busy at making sure everything's ready and making babies. There would have been no confliction for none of that to happen. But because you want to live a world where they create greed and false ownership, you think you know it all. Every time I see a woman talking about my relationship and my husband, I'm looking at her, oh, shut the fuck up. And y'all would say, well, what do you mean? Because she is a delusional thing who is stuck holding on to a fake world because of that fake existence. And she knows that he's controlling and probably busts her ass, or she vice versa. While talking being indigenous, man, get out of here. That shows you that people want to talk a certain way, and they want to hold on to the fake world they were given. You think that's going to work out? I got holes, 8 holes for shoelaces on my shoe. But today I'm just going to lay the shoelaces on top of the holes, put my foot in it, and go run. Nigga, the shoelace is going to be right there where I took off from, and my shoe is going to come off a few steps when I start hauling ass, because I don't know how to run down that road, and I'm going to be running and hitting all kind of crap. Tell me how that's going to work out for you. All you great philosophers and know-everythingers. People don't want to have that truth. Is it a truth, though? Just because I'm supposing, just because I'm suggesting it and supposed ideology or whatever, right? A supposed idea doesn't mean that it's a fact. Think about it. But I guarantee you it's a fact for those who it makes sense to.
Decree about it, and if they fail to produce the truth out of your life, give these imposters the boost. We need to see the proof. Blind faith for most. Leave the lost to a boat, so get ready to float or find a knife at your throat.
They have been spraying chemicals that are deadly as fuck, genetically. When I say these things, these individuals are stupid, you better believe me, they really are. The thing is, they believe that they can reassert something. There's things on the ground that can reestablish connection to things. There are things being blocked off because you've been living in a fake world. Instead of doing what needs to be done, you've been doing what you want to do, thinking that's what you need to do, not knowing that's what you need to be farthest from doing. start two-step. I was doing a little heel toe, and get me out here wanting to do a backflip and be in the damn emergency room for about.
He heard, it's sea level, not sea curve, bass travel, reverb, this a proverbial preverb, cheap talk versus deep words is either be cool or be nervous. We were both, but from the latter, I deferred. I thought to keep her the former, I preferred. Ended up in prison though, didn't see my children grow. Once my sentence finished, showed the guards and fence diminished.
I hope that's something to think about, brothers and sisters. I really don't. I hope y'all take a moment, watch it a couple times if you didn't get it, and really pay attention. Really pay attention.
Unity, discipline, truth more essential than superstition. Between right and
don't attempt to make it make sense.
Learn from my lessons. Don't produce poor decisions.
Don't attempt to make it make sense. Allow it to show you the way. Okay? Listen to it and do whatever research you got. If you want to go back and say, well, I want to go back and find a book from about 1,000 years ago. Well, how were they living? What were they doing? And yet, pay attention to the Revolution era. The first war to spark it all, the Crimean War. They go back before that and the conquering and who was doing it and starting it. Okay? How they got millions of people to kill one another and mostly decimate children and women and elders who could not run. See how it all works out. And then at the same time, how they've been taking all of our inventions, our knowledge, and weaponizing everything. Yours, whatever. Okay? You better look deep. And if you're still sitting around with ignorant ass people, you chose that. And if your conviction is in the lie and you want to remain that perverse, well, you won't like what you're going to get in the end. For those who's into liking and not liking things, you really won't like what's coming in the end. And I know what you're saying is, who is he to say, can you tell me what's going to happen in the end? Do you think I'm making it up? Well, you hold yourself right there. You keep that same thought. I'm not here to prove shit to you. Because the end is going to write itself. However you may think it, if you want to hold on to your Bible without even dealing with it. Most of y'all want to hold on to your Bible and your Quran and all the other bullshit, thinking you know how to read and interpret shit when most of the answers really aren't there, but they are. Save me the face. I don't want to hear about the hellfire, that goofy shit. I don't want to hear about none of that other goofy shit. I'm so tired, and with the virgins 42, what the fuck? What can make somebody other than somebody who's been perverted? You see what I'm saying? I can guarantee you there's no 42 fucking virgins. I can guarantee you there's no hellfire. I can guarantee you what it is 1 trillion times worse. And it's not skin burning shit, dumb, goofy shit. Like, oh, you're dead, nigga. Your skin's gone. Y'all don't get it, man. But I can guarantee you all these motherfuckers and all the little things you want to call lizards and grays and all them dumb motherfuckers. Just because everything's eradicated from time, there is a place that cannot be explained. And there's plenty of these motherfuckers there. But in the very end, all I say, when you're so smart, you're literally dumb. That's why you're in the predicament you're in. There's a lot more, and there's nothing that can escape it. Not even me. Not even I can. Motherfuckers are going to find out the hard way. Because dummies are, sadly, you're not dummies. None of you are. But you're going to find the fuck out. They're all going to find the fuck out. Like I said, I know how it fucking ends. And if everybody had an idea, everybody would stop what the fuck they're doing right now. And they don't.